Hello and welcome to Holy Comforter Episcopal Church's Lego My Bible lesson for the week. Today is Good Friday and we will be talking about the crucifixion and the day that Jesus died. Today's lesson comes out of Emily Given's Building Faith Brick by Brick. To start our lesson, we will start with our prayers. Our three prayers for the week are one thing that happened this week that was good, something that happened this week that wasn't so good, and something we need help with. I'll go first. My one thing that happened this week that was good was that the weather was beautiful and we got to go on a lot of really great walks. My something that happened this week that wasn't so good was that we had some severe storms in the area and the power was knocked out for certain people's houses and there was some damage done. And my one thing that I need help with this week is not feeling overwhelmed with all of the new chores that are happening in our house since we're having to stay home and social distancing. You can say your prayers out loud as well. Ask your parents to write those down and send them to me. I will be praying for you while we are away. So let's go ahead and do our story. Our story today is called The Day That Jesus Died. It was a very sad day when Jesus died. The soldiers who had arrested Jesus teased him for pretending to be a king. They took his clothes and put a king's purple cloak on him. They made a crown of vines with sharp thorns and put it on Jesus' head. Ouch. The soldiers made Jesus carry a heavy wooden cross. The cross was too heavy for him. Jesus fell and skinned his knees, and the cross tumbled to the ground. A man in the crowd carried the cross the rest of the way. The soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the cross. They raised Jesus' cross up on a hill between two other men. The other men were thieves, and they were being crucified too. One of the men was angry with Jesus. "If you are a powerful king, can't you save yourself? Why don't you save us too?" The man spat at Jesus. But the other thief believed in Jesus. He shouted back, "Don't you know who this is? This is God's son. He hasn't done anything wrong. We are being punished for our mistake. But Jesus shouldn't be here." The man turned to Jesus and asked, "Will you take me to heaven with you?" Jesus looked at the man and loved him. Jesus told him, "Yes, today we will be in heaven together." After a while, the world grew very dark, as if a terrible thunderstorm was coming. It was as if all of creation was crying because Jesus was about to die. Jesus was feeling all alone and prayed to see if God was still there. Of course, God never left Jesus. God was with him the whole time. Jesus looked at the crowd. He was so sad that the people didn't believe that he was God's son. He asked God to forgive them for killing him. The soldiers offered him some sour wine, but he didn't want to drink it. He was ready to die. Finally, Jesus had fought for long enough. He said, "God, the work you gave me to do here is finished." He breathed a final long, slow breath, and then he died. I wonder who thought up the idea of crucifixion. I wonder why some people wanted Jesus to die. I wonder if the people were sorry after Jesus had died. I wonder why Jesus didn't save himself from dying. I wonder if you have ever called out to God. I wonder if the leaders thought that they had made a wrong decision. I wonder if you have ever made a wrong decision. I wonder what it felt like to watch Jesus die. I wonder what it would feel like to be without Jesus. I wonder if you have ever heard this story before. I wonder who was the first person to ever tell you about Jesus. I wonder what Jesus wants to tell you now. If you have answers to those wonder questions, you can ask your parents to send those answers to me. I would love to see and hear what you have come up with. And now it's time to create. If you're using your Legos, take a second and think about your story and think about where you fit in that story and where your minifigure will go. And then you can build your story using your Legos. If you're not using Legos, that's okay. You can draw a story or write a script or do any sort of creative medium that you think is best and recreate that story and figure out where you fit in that story as well. When you're finished, ask your parents to take a picture and send it to me. I would love to see all of your creations from this story. We will have another Lego My Bible lesson to go along with this one tomorrow, and it'll be on the resurrection. Something else fun that's going to be happening on Easter will be our virtual Easter egg hunt. It will start on Saturday at the Easter Vigil starting at 8 p.m. and go all the way to Easter Sunday at 8 p.m. as well. It'll be on our Instagram channel at HCEC Spring, so I hope that you'll follow us there as a part of our Easter egg hunt. I hope that your family is enjoying our Holy Week and is participating together. I hope you were able to create your altars at home and your sacred spaces. And I can't wait to see you when we are back again. Bye.